Good Sunday morning, everybody. Well, kind of wanted to just kind of talk. There's been some comments of people saying, "Well, you're just clout chasing, or do you really care?" Well, for those of you that don't know me, because I really didn't start really focusing on my YouTube, I really focused on Facebook. Ray Hope of Happiness is my is a page that I use. I'm advocating for affordable mental health care and affordable detox care and affordable um, addiction help. Here in North Carolina, where I live, we don't have that. Medicaid only takes you so far here, and there's a lot of services that Medicaid simply just doesn't pay for here. And if you want to get help here, you have to pay out of pocket in North Carolina. We don't have a lot of affordable detox help. We have one place that's about an hour from here. They'll keep you for 2 weeks, and that's it. And a lot of people need more than that. I am advocating for my state, my county. I want it to kind of be the first in the nation to have. It's going to be a community type setting where people can get back on their feet, have a roof over their head, have food in their belly, and if you need help, you walk in the door, say, "This is what I need," and we offer it to you. Some people might say that's wishful thinking, but it can be done. It can be done. If we can send billions of dollars here and billions of dollars there, and if we can hand out free needles to get high with here, then we can sure offer for free help. So that's what I'm about. And Jay really has helped my husband, who was a 10-year convicted felon, come out and really bust his ass to change his world. But I know as a wife of a felon how hard it is for them to maintain that the life, because once you do 10 years in the penitentiary and you come out here to the free world, there's certain things that you just wouldn't get by with in prison that you get by with out in the free world. Disrespect in prison and in jail is not accepted. And a lot of people out here in the free world will disrespect you on the fly. And that don't happen. That simply doesn't happen in prison. You disrespect somebody in prison and jail, you get dealt with. And that's what a lot of people need to understand. When convicted felons, they come out of prison and they're trying to do the right thing. They're trying to hustle. They're trying to work every day, put food on the table, take care of their family, take care of everything. Eventually, if they don't do their own self-care, they can fall off. And I hate to say this, but that's what happened to Jay. He didn't do his own self-care. He didn't take care of him. He was too busy worrying about taking care of everybody around him. And he didn't take care of the one person that matters most, himself. And, that's what, I'm advocating for Jay. He's having to sit down now and he's having to think about those actions. And some of those actions can carry some significant time. It's being thrown around that he's got a gun charge. Well, with him being a convicted felon, depending on how the state of Virginia wants to handle that, that can land him some time. No matter how good he's done. If the judge don't want to hear how good he's done, it's up in the judge's hands. And, and a lot of people get complacent. And, being an average, everyday citizen, having a gun is okay. You can have a gun. And a lot of people came on here, well, if you have have a felon, you shouldn't have a gun. I totally disagree, and this is why I disagree. If you are not allowed to own a gun, you're not allowed to hunt for yourself. You're not allowed to defend yourself. And I don't think anybody should not be able to defend themselves. Period. The gun don't kill people. People kill people. Okay? It takes a person behind that trigger. And yes, he had a gun. He brandished the gun. Whatever. I don't know the extent of it. No, the charges really aren't out there per se. The paperwork hasn't been put out there. And the paperwork, I'm going to be honest with you, I can't even find the paperwork on him. So I don't know what that means. But all I know is he has a gun charge. I do know that. Woody said that. But, just remember, folks, as you're coming on here to spread hate, spread your comments, your thoughts, if you've never, ever, ever done time, you have no right to speak. And that's facts. Straight facts. Because just because men and women come out of prison and jail, they had to be that person that got them put in prison, that person that they were that got them put in jail, that magnified by 1,000 once they were in jail. Do you realize that? Because it's literally life or death inside those walls. And because a lot of times the prison officials could care less. They love to see fights inside jails and prisons. They like for the gangs to fight. A lot of times prison guards bet on who's going to win, or they'll help set it up. So if you've never been inside those walls, you have no right to say, well, he should have known better. Yeah, he kind of should have. But at the end of the day, there's only so much disrespect a man can take. And who knows what led up to that point for Jay. Nobody knows what he was dealing with, what happened. And that's why I continue to say, let's lift him up in prayer. Let's lift him up and be there for him. If you were his day ones and you've been there since the beginning, you need to be praying for him. You need to be praying for his family. You need to be praying for his kids. You need to be praying for his lawyer. You need to be praying for the judge. So, to see what all Jay has done for this community, for the prison community, for the recovery community. He has helped so many people. And don't forget that. And for those of you coming on here trying to chastise, no, I'm not a big YouTuber. I just started. I got 11 followers as of today. 16 followers, excuse me. And I'm super thankful for that. Super, super thankful. But it's lit a fire underneath me to bring addiction services. And it's lit a fire under me to push harder so there's more services out there to help people and to end the stigma. We got to end the stigma on mental health. We got to end the stigma on people actually needing to help themselves first. Because that's the problem. Everybody thinks, oh, nobody else is going through this. I'm just the only one going through it. Bullshit. More money, more problems. And that's what Jay had. More money, more problems. And like he said the other on one of his posts right before he got locked up, he's like, I just don't want my kids to do without. He don't want his family to do without. That was his biggest fear. Well, now they're having to do without him. And that really sucks. I can only imagine what his wife's going through. And my prayers, if she sees this, my prayers is going out to her. And if I can help in any way, just reach out. I'll do the best I can to help if you need anything. But anyway, guys, about to end this video. I hope everybody has an amazing Sunday. Remember, you matter, you're worth it, and peace out.